Hello, my name's James Humberstone and I am a composer, producer, I am a music educator, I am a music researcher and just generally keen and interested about all things musical and the creative process and the effect that music has on us human beings and all sorts of things like that. So I just wanted to show you a little trick today. This is for those days when you've got just no inspiration at all. And it's a trick to get you started making drum lines and maybe bass lines too. But drum lines is where I'm going to get started. And so when you've got like no inspiration whatsoever, it's very hard to imagine like, okay, what do I have in my head? Silence. There's silence around me in my studio. I've tried some music, but I have no inspiration. I don't know what to do. It's really hard to know where to get started. So I'm going to present you with a little piece of magic plastic. The super nerds out there might recognize that as a D&D dice. It's not. It's a composition machine, that thing right there. So this is a 16-sided dice, and I'm going to use this to help me write a piece of music. If you have a look over here on my computer monitor, where I'm going to do the work, I've dialed up a relatively new website called 808303.studio. And it tells you a little bit about it here. This clever chap, together with the company Roland, who made the original 808 and 303, have created this funky website that allows us to write music for drums and bass line, hence drums and bass line ideas. So you can see here, like when you go into the site, it comes preloaded with some music, and we could just have a quick go with that. There's a beat that it came preloaded with. I can start the bass machine over here as well. Yeah. So that's pretty wild. If you've got no inspiration and you don't like using my plastic machine, there's even a funky random button over here. And again. Yeah, so there you go. Made a new bass pattern by just clicking a button. But we want to have a little bit more input. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this amazing machine to get us going. But we're also going to use our musical intuition. So when this makes a decision and we don't like it, if we want to do something different with it, that's allowed. So here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to start off actually by clearing these. So I'm going to click the clear button there on the bass line and not the fill button, the clear button there on the drum pan. So now if I press start, you can see nothing's actually happening. And we're going to start off with, and you're allowed to change this later, but we're going to start off with a formula pattern, okay, which is really just to get us going. All right, so it's all it's for. And that's just going to be what we call 4 on the floor, which is the bass drum on every beat. So this here says BD, that stands for bass drum. And I've put one here on the first dot, the 5th dot, the 9th dot, and the 13th dot. Well, you can see that they're color coded, right? So the first 4 are red, the next 4 are orange, the next 4 are yellow, the next 4 are white. Rather like this machine that's just behind me here. They might be related in some way. This might be some other relation to that exact same drum machine. All right, so I've made my 4 to the floor. The other thing that I want you to do is to click on the SD above, and we're going to put the SD in line with the first orange dot and in line with the first white dot. So that's the snare drum. SD stands for snare drum, and it can go what we call that there, where we've put that on 2 and 4, is the backbeat. So we've got 4 on the floor and we've got a backbeat. Now there's an exception to that. If you don't really like the sound of snare, you can actually turn that off and you can use clap instead. And clap on here is called cup. You can even use both if you like. That is a bit of a classic combo as well. Sorry that that's just glitching occasionally. I've probably got too many windows open. But anyway. All right, so we've done that. Now you might be like, Humberstone, that sounds a little bit like Duff. I don't write EDM. I'm kind of more of a hip hop man or whatever. Just stick with it for now. What you might want to change at this point is tempo. So for instance, if you are a hip hop fan, then we might actually choose a slower tempo. Maybe not quite that slow. Yeah. All right, or maybe you are wanting to write some like really fast EDM, then you might even make it a higher tempo. Now remember what I said, this is just a guideline, we can change those things later, but it's just to get us going. So the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to use the very top line here, CH, which stands for closed hat. But instead of giving you a formula, this is now where our magic dice is going to take over. So what I want you to do is to simply roll it on your desk or on the floor, or throw it at a small child passing, see where it ends up, and then that shows you what to fill in on the CH. So I've actually got a 9 there, which is really annoying because that's something I've already got on. If I count forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is basically the third beat of the bar if these colours each represent a beat. All right, I'm going to roll it again. And what I want to do is I want to add another one on the 6. I want to create enough of that closed hi-hat sound until it's just done something interesting. So that might be like 4 closed hi-hat hits, or it might end up being quite a few more than that. So I'm going to go, this is a 7 now. Oh, that's good. They're all ending up around each other. Now I've rolled an 11. They're all in the middle of the bar. Now well, that starts to sound a little bit interesting now, doesn't it? Yeah, one more I reckon. 5. Oh. Not sure that I like those 3 in a row there, but I'm going to leave them. Remember, your intuition is what counts here. So if you don't like it, that's fine. You can just take it off when you add it. If you don't like it, just take it off. That's your musical intuition. In fact, that means that the inspiration is now hit because you're making changes. All right, so I'm going to go to open hi-hat next. Again, just rolling my dice. Okay, I've got a 10 here, so I'm going to put open hi-hat on number 10. Oh yeah, I mean that is like so perfect, the way that's gone in between those 2 closed hi-hats. All right, see what else we get. All right, I've got an 11. Now I think this won't work. Let's have a listen. It was just so much cooler when we had just this. Yeah, because that second closed one after the open shuts it off. So I'm just taking that off. See what I mean about just allowing my intuition? Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, so that's put like a syncopated one on 16 there on the open hi-hat. Probably don't even need any more open hi-hat, but I'll just see where the next one comes, eh? 6. Yeah, that creates too much repetition, doesn't it? All right, so there we go. That's what I've ended up with there. Now, at this point, I do advise you to begin with the closed hi-hat, roll some dice till you're happy with that, then open hi-hat, roll some dice till you're happy with that. After this, we can go wherever we like, really, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in 1 extra clap, just because a clap's quite forward, it's quite a noticeable sound. So just want to see what that does to my rhythm, and I've rolled a 3. Yeah, that's quite cool actually. I might try one more. 7. 5, 6, 7. Nah. Okay, alright. So what else have I got? I've got rim shots, which is like when you hit a snare drum but you hit the edge, RS. So that's also quite a sort of forward kind of sound. So I might just see what I get with that. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. I'm going to have a 4. Oh, that's good. That's going to be syncopated. Yeah, that's great. And a 12. What have I got here? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah! That's some kind of like mad clave rhythm that I've just created there. All right, so what I might do now is like that. To me, that's actually busy enough now. I don't really want to add anymore. At that tempo, quite a slow tempo, that's quite laid back. I like that a lot. If I want to make it a little bit less duff with that bass on every drum, I could take some of those off now. So that creates a lot more space in the beat. And then I could actually put one back, but put it back in a different place. So I could go like yeah, nice. So normally if I was on my drum machine here, I would just be dragging the I've got a little knob on there called decay. I'll be dragging the decay down a little bit. I don't have that control here though. So there you go. I've created a funky beat. Like at that point, that's enough to get going, isn't it? Really, you know, maybe the juices are going now. I started making definite musical decisions there before I finished. But what if you could also do a similar thing with the bass line? Okay, so what we can do with the bass line and the same dice is that we can use this to just get started with some random pitches as well. So you saw that random button before. The random button's really cool, but I think maybe it's a little bit busy. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go... Whoa, I freaked it out by pressing start. It'll calm down back into its groove now. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the dice. Again, do it over here. You can see it. All right, I've got a 10, but this time it's not... First time it's not going to be the 10th beat along, it's the 10th note down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this D is my 10th pitch down from the top. And then I'm going to roll again. And I've got an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes there. That's my note. Yeah. What? All right. Now I've rolled a 10. So that's the 10. Is that same? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh wow, another D. What's the chances of that, hey? And an 8 again. That's freaky. Okay, so just give me somewhere else to put it. 9. Okay. Oh yeah. Here's another note. 3. Third one down is an A. Oh, that's good. And the 4th note along. Yeah. Honestly, you can't make this stuff up. That is just ridiculously lucky, useful. Okay, number 7 I've got this time. So 4, 5, 6, 7 down and roll again. 8. What? Yeah. So this you can only have one note at once. It's monophonic. So I might just cheat and put that F in a different place. There we go. 10. Oh, didn't sound. Yeah, there we go. All right, so what I'm going to do now is, last thing I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to record this. So you see at the top right hand corner here, you've got this record button. And while I'm recording, I'm going to play around with this cutoff frequency and this resonance. Okay, so I'm just going to stop the bass line. Got my beat going. All right, we hit the record button. So start my recording. It's just this going first. Second bar. Fourth bar. Okay, now I'm going to start my bass line. You can see I've got the cutoff frequency all the way down. So we're going to slowly bring that in by bringing the frequency up. I'm going to bring it down again. And I'm going to chuck the resonance up a bit. And then bring it in again. Yeah. Alright, that's it. Fantastic inspiration machine. Remember, you don't have to stick to just what you get when you roll. All this is to get you going and then use your intuition, your musical intuition. If you don't like what this comes up with, that's fine. Just change it or delete it. Roll it again. Gets you going, gets you creating music so fast. Like that.